Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, currency, and hidden treasures that might be lying unnoticed in your pocket change. Today, we're going to explore something that many collectors often overlook because at first glance it seems ordinary, but in reality, it holds incredible stories and surprising value. I'm talking about the 2008 Denver minted Lincoln 1-cent penny that is known in collecting circles for having special attributes and mysterious appeal. You might be thinking to yourself, how could a modern penny from 2008 be worth far more than its face value? After all, pennies are the most common coin in circulation, often tossed into jars, dropped under couch cushions, or left behind in store change trays. Yet, this is where the world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins, truly shines. Coins are not just tiny pieces of metal used in transactions. They are windows into history, symbols of craftsmanship, and sometimes, unexpected treasures that can fetch astonishing prices at auctions and collector markets. The Lincoln cent has a long and rich history that began all the way back in 1909, when it was first struck to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first widely circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person. From that moment on, the Lincoln penny became an icon of American coinage, going through several design modifications, metal composition changes, and countless minting variations. By the time we get to the year 2008, the Lincoln penny had already become one of the longest-running coin series in United States history. Now, let's set the stage for why the 2008 D Lincoln penny has a story worth telling. The D stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities where U.S. coins are produced. The Denver Mint has been striking coins since the early 1900s, and its coins are identified by a small D mint mark. But here's where things get intriguing. Sometimes coins can leave the mint with unusual characteristics. These could be due to striking errors, variations in die production, or inconsistencies during minting. In the world of collectors, these small details can make an everyday penny into something extraordinary. The year 2008 is also historically significant for Lincoln pennies because it was the final full year before the U.S. Mint released the 4-part bicentennial Lincoln Cent series in 2009, commemorating Lincoln's 200th birthday. Collectors knew that changes were coming, and therefore many people began paying closer attention to Lincoln cents from the years just before 2009. This anticipation gave coins from 2008 a little extra spotlight. Now, when we talk about a coin's value, there are several factors that determine how much it might sell for in the open market. These include rarity, condition, demand, and errors. For the 2008 D penny, a large part of its desirability comes from its condition and how well it has been preserved. Collectors especially love coins in mint state, meaning they look virtually as if they just left the mint. When a coin like the 2008 D penny is found with sharp details, no wear, and an attractive luster, its value can increase dramatically. Error coins are another big reason why pennies like the 2008 D can be worth much more than just 1 cent. During minting, mistakes can happen. Sometimes the die strikes the coin off center, sometimes the planchet is defective, and sometimes doubling occurs, where the design looks like it has been printed twice in slightly different positions. These errors turn a regular penny into a prized collectible because they are rare by nature. The 2008 D penny is no exception. Some specimens have been reported with striking errors, die breaks, or unusual surface features, making them highly attractive to collectors. Let's take a moment to imagine the journey of a single 2008 D penny. It might have been struck at the Denver Mint, inspected, and released into circulation. From there, it could have passed through the hands of thousands of people, used at grocery stores, gas stations, or simply stored in a change jar for years. Most of these pennies remain unnoticed, they're worth no more than a cent. But for those who know what to look for, a sharp-eyed collector can spot one in pristine condition or with a unique error. That's when the magic happens. Another important detail in the story of the 2008 penny is its metal composition. Pennies today are not made the same way as they were in the past. Since 1982, the U.S. Mint shifted from solid copper pennies to a primarily zinc-based composition with a thin copper plating. That means modern pennies are made up of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper. Because of this, they are lighter in weight than the older all-copper pennies. However, the change in metal content also makes them prone to corrosion and wear over time. Finding a 2008 penny that has survived in excellent condition is rarer than one might think, especially if it's been circulating for over a decade. Collectors love stories, and every coin tells one. The 2008 Denver penny story lies in being both a transitional piece, marking the end of an era before the bicentennial designs, and in the mystery of how certain coins achieve premium values despite their seemingly common origin. People often underestimate modern coins, assuming that only older coins from the 1800s or early 1900s can carry high values. Yet time and again, examples like the 2008 penny prove otherwise. When it comes to grading, the scale used by professional coin grading services ranges from poor, which is heavily worn, all the way to mint state 70, which is a perfect coin with no flaws visible under magnification. A 2008 D Lincoln cent that grades highly on this scale can attract serious attention. Collectors might pay handsomely to add such a flawless specimen to their collection, especially if it has a striking error or unusual characteristic. Let's not forget the emotional side of coin collecting. Many people who search through rolls of pennies or jars of change do so because they are chasing the thrill of discovery. It's not always about the money, it's about the excitement of holding history in your hands, of finding something special where most people see only the ordinary. That's part of why coins like the 2008 penny continue to capture attention. They are modern enough to still be found in circulation, yet rare enough in high quality that discovering one feels like striking gold. Now picture this. You're at home one evening, casually sorting through a handful of change from the store. Among the dull, scratched pennies, one coin catches your eye. It looks unusually sharp, almost as if it hasn't aged a day. You flip it over and see the Denver D mark. The year says 2008. You pull out a magnifying glass and notice that the details are crisp, the surface is nearly flawless. In that moment, you may be holding a coin that could be worth far more than just a cent. And that's exactly the kind of discovery that keeps the world of coin collecting alive with excitement. The market for Lincoln cents remains strong to this day. Collectors of all levels, from beginners to seasoned professionals, love building sets of Lincoln pennies by year and mint mark. Some try to complete every year since 1909. Others specialize in modern issues with unique characteristics. The 2008 Denver penny has found its place among these collections because of its final year status before the design change, as well as its potential to appear in pristine condition or with valuable errors. When such a coin shows up at auction in top grade, bidding can become competitive. Collectors recognize the significance, and prices can climb to levels that surprise those unfamiliar with numismatics. Even though billions of pennies are produced every year, not all pennies are created equal. Some are destined to stand out. As we wrap up this deep dive into the story of the 2008 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, remember this: the value of coins doesn't just come from metal or age, but from history, rarity, and the passion of collectors who preserve them. So, next time you get a handful of change, don't ignore those pennies. They might look small and insignificant, but hidden among them could be a piece of treasure, a coin that carries a story, and yes, even real monetary value. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much could a 2008 D Lincoln penny, in exceptional condition and with the right qualities, actually be worth? Believe it or not, some of these coins have sold in the collector's market for as much as $3,747.